So I'm with Nick Milne-Home from 1E, the president of 1E. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you.
I want to talk to you a little bit about your solution. You guys have a really interesting IT efficiency software solution that you offer commercial and industrial clients. And us being the Daily Energy Report, your solution really kind of taps into this whole idea of green IT, which is a global issue. And you've recently been to Japan and looked at kind of what some of the obstacles are that Japan is facing right now. And I wanted to see if you could just share with us some of your insight about what you observed.
Fantastic, absolutely. Absolutely. I've just got back from Tokyo, and as you know, Japan's government has imposed over this summer a 15% reduction on energy usage across vast swathes of the country, particularly the greater Tokyo region, owing to the energy crisis following last year's earthquake and tsunami. And I really felt that 1E's energy reduction software solutions could genuinely help Japanese companies, not least because 70% of the data centers are in the greater Tokyo region. Now, one of the key findings out there was that actually very few Japanese organizations are actually looking towards any green IT solutions at all as part of their energy reduction strategies. And that really surprised me. It seems they're doing all of the hard things like turning off air conditioning, having their offices at 85 degrees, no one's wearing ties, everyone's hot, they're doing weekend working, they are taking out light bulbs, and yet there's some very, very simple steps that can be taken to actually lower energy usage just using IT.
So talk to me a little bit about why you think this green IT solution is being overlooked by the Japanese companies.
Perfect. So again, if you take what 1E has done in both the US and Europe, on the PC side, we found in a survey we did in 2009, up to 50% of corporate PCs in the US were not being turned off at night or at weekends. And so using simple PC power management software, such as 1E's Night Watchman, you could save $2.8 billion in avoidable costs and 20 million tons of CO2 per year just by implementing solutions over and above what is possible through standard Windows policy settings and so on. And we've had fantastic customer success with this. Organizations such as Dell, who lowered their IT energy usage 40% and are saving $1.8 million per year. Verizon Wireless saving $1.3 million per year, and Ford saving $1.2 million per year. And so given these savings, we really feel we can help Japanese companies as well achieve similar levels.
So it sounds like the issue is really that they don't know this messaging, and so the C-level folks or the decision makers don't have this as one of the projects that they could potentially implement to save money.
Exactly, that's the point. And actually, we're finding that here as well. We did a server energy report last year, and again, we did this in the US only, and one of the key findings of that was that 72% of data center managers in the US felt that up to 15% of their servers, that is 1 in 6 servers in their data centers, were doing no useful work. That is no longer running the applications for which they were originally commissioned. Now, their challenge is that they simply did not know which ones. And so last year, 1E launched Night Watchman Server to specifically address this issue. Now, if 1 in 6 of the servers in Japanese data centers are doing no useful work, which is 15%, we can actually achieve not a tactical benefit for Japanese organizations, we can actually achieve a strategic benefit. And actually, this is true elsewhere again. By just having 1 in 6 servers being unproductive in a typical data center, the cost is $25 billion per year of entirely avoidable cost. or 20 million tons of carbon. So actually over 5 years, that is over $125 billion of entirely avoidable cost.
Which is quite the game changer when
Exactly.
you look at the grand scheme.
Exactly.
And so there's a lot of similarities between the Japanese IT community and the IT communities around the world. But give me some points on what you saw that's unique to the IT discussion within Japan and why this discussion hasn't happened or the implementation hasn't happened as fast as it could.
Perfect. I think the first area is just one of culture. I think that the Japanese focus is on precision engineering, and actually I think that given that there is not a focus on whether IT is or is not efficient. And actually what we're finding therefore is that there is a belief that IT is. I think secondly, what we're finding is that the Japanese IT industry is run by 2 or 3 very sizable Japanese technology companies, people like NTT, Hitachi, Fujitsu, and so on. And they, again, haven't necessarily been targeted by organizations such as ourselves to actually tell them what solutions are now out there. And so, again, just to give you one clear example, Parker Hannifin, who are a leading US engineering company based out of Ohio, identified and removed 458 unnecessary servers last year.
Wow.
Now, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of Parker Hannifins in Japan. The point is, we simply haven't yet got the message out to them or to the Japanese IT companies.
So when you create this roadmap for any client, Japanese or otherwise, what are some of the strategies that you kind of bring to them and say, this is what you need to be looking at on a grand scheme of things, and this is how we're going to help you execute?
Perfect. So really what we tell them at a very high level is ensure that IT efficiency and green IT forms part of your sustainability plan. That is key. It's the greening of the technology across the organization that will create the greatest economic and sustainability benefits. And so working with leading organizations, typically what we will do is to get them to follow 3 very simple steps. It's to implement PC power management, which I have mentioned already. Secondly, is to implement server consolidation, which is to identify the 1 in 6 servers not doing any useful work. And thirdly is to identify any unnecessary software. And last year, again, we also issued a server license report in the US, which found, perhaps unsurprisingly, given that shelfware is an accepted industry term, that up to $414 worth of unused software is sitting on every PC or laptop of every organization in the US. And wow, that is a staggering figure. So again, using solutions such as one is at Clarity, you can identify, reclaim, and remove that unnecessary waste. And the savings, again, extrapolated out over the US, run to some $12.6 billion per year. So these 3 areas combined, PC power management, server consolidation, identifying unproductive servers, and license removal, can save $200, if not $300 billion across the world. And these, again, are strategic impacts.
And the product that you guys are most known for, that's kind of your knight in shining armor, is the Night Watch.
Correct.
Talk to us a little bit about what some of the new features are. I know that you have a recent release of the
Fantastic.
Of the new edition.
Absolutely. So we have recently released Night Watchman 6, and essentially what this does is to take it down to an even more granular level of detail. It means we can actually apply power policies down to departments, down to buildings, down to individuals if we need to, and through that you can really fine-tune what your power settings are and maximize savings. And we are delighted to say that we have recently calculated we have saved our customers customers over $550 million of avoidable energy costs over the last 5 years. And we have saved 4.3 million tons of carbon entering the Earth's atmosphere. And that is our customers' data rather than ours.
Wow. So talk to me just very briefly about what's next for 1E as you guys, close out the fourth quarter.
Okay, what is next? Well, we've got some very, very exciting deals which we're working on, and with some leading Fortune 500 companies. I can't reveal who those are right now, but we have got our new software license product, App Clarity, which is going from strength to strength. We've just released Night Watchman 1.5, which is energy-wise compliant, working with Cisco, and we are looking out into the greater IT efficiency world of next year.
So why have you decided to work in this space, and personally, why are you doing what you're doing?
It's very simple. We've got one life. And I've always been passionate about IT, and I've always been passionate about sustainability. And technology is the key to sustainability. So ensuring that we are really efficient in how we use and operate our technology, so we will actually ensure that we can drive towards a cleaner and more sustainable planet. And I live and breathe by that.
Nick, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you very much, Ben.
I really appreciate it. Look forward to staying in touch.
Thank you.